Welcome to Valdymas Project Read with Dr. Joshua Kolawole. This series is designed to reposition you for excellence in academics, career, and business. Let's dive in as we unravel nuggets essential for excellent living.
Thank you for joining me today. This is the Voice of Transformation from Valdymas College Project Read audio series. READ is an acronym for Restoring Excellence into Academic Diligence. We know that all readers are leaders. Therefore, our focus is to develop your leadership competence, character, compassionate, and consistent nature. We hope to shift your mindset from a socialized mind to a self-transforming mind. I am Dr. Joshua Kolawole. My transformation initiative is directed at senior secondary school students, A-level candidates, undergraduate and postgraduate students of various tertiary institutions, young working class professionals, and business executives. Why not take a comfortable learning position today as I continue on the concept of leadership identity? Last week, I discussed extensively about what leadership identity is. And I mentioned clearly that this determines the core priorities of your life. I want you to know that in life, there are what we call tangible values and intangible values. The tangible values are the things you see around you. And I'm talking about those wealth, positions, title, authority, educational qualifications, skills, capabilities, outward adornment like makeups, expensive wear, cars, houses. All these things are tangible values. But do you know that it is actually the intangible values that create the tangible value? And these intangible values are so deep, and you need to understand them as a leader. And it is until you have clarity about these intangible values, you will not make so much as a leader. Because as long as your focus are on the tangible values, I want you to know that they are transient and they will soon fade away. When I mean fade away, they will soon lose value. Imagine a brand new car purchased today. It's only a matter of 3 to 4 years. It doesn't carry any so much value again. That clothes you bought 5 years ago, where is the value today? The house you built 10 years ago, is the value not rapidly dropping in your own eyes? So what are now the things you should concentrate on as a leader? A leader who has clarity of identity will concentrate on intangible values. Intangible values carries more weight and are actually the foundation of our identity. When everything external is removed from a man, he is left with these intangible values. And the first one of them is wisdom, the wisdom in your soul. Wisdom is the quality of having sound judgment, to know to do what is right and avoid what is wrong. This includes that ability to prevent yourself from being misled by others. Wisdom has its foundation from brilliance, from intelligence, from understanding before it culminates into wisdom. You need to be wise. You need to be wise in your soul. You need clarity of judgment. This is the foundation of a great life as a leader. If you are going to be a transformed mind as a young working class professional, even in business, you must make decisions that are wise with a high degree of clarity of your identity. So you need wisdom. Number 2 is the beliefs in your heart. And I'm talking about the philosophies and the ideologies you're able to create. You must understand clearly that the beliefs in your heart culminate into the amount of faith you would eventually exude when the going gets tough. These beliefs are a function of the stories that run in your mind. Every time when someone rushes to me to ask a question, the first thing I try to discern is, what story is he operating within? I bet you everyone on earth is operating around a story. You can't be lucky to operate with the story of the wise, and then you'll be seen as wise. But if you are sold the story of foolishness, it will take a deal of diligence and discipline to break out of that story and recraft a newer story that will define wisdom. So what am I saying in essence? The beliefs in your heart are a function of the stories you have embraced. And that is why you have to be careful. Those who sell stories to you, those who talk to you, and I mean the kind of people you listen to. Because everyone, either you like it or not, is trying to sell you a philosophy or an ideology. And both philosophy or ideology comes with a story. Let me also rupture your bubble. I am selling you a story as we speak. But I am selling you a story of leadership. I'm selling you a story of innovation. I'm selling you a story of improvement. I'm selling you a story of transformation. Which of my story isn't so worthwhile for you to listen to? How many of you don't want a transformed mind? Don't you want a transformed life? So the story I am selling to you is a superior story. It's a story of wisdom. It's a story of taking full responsibility for your life. It's a story of accountability. It's a story of continuously monitoring and evaluating your life. It's a story that will make you great. And so I am saying each day you will either hear stories that will make you great or the stories that will pull you down. Just like I explained last week, that you would always see in life the things that will want to resist your progress and the things that will want to augment your chances. But you will have to fight for the ones to augment your chances. But the ones that want to resist your progress may come by default. And it will take a lot of energy, concentration, clarity, focus for you to clear that. The third thing I would like to talk about as an intangible value is the core values that drives your life. I mean, the set of guiding principles with which you see the world you're living in. And you see, this also has some degree of relationship with the story you have. But much more importantly, it also requires some degree of passion, character, strength. If you say, I want to live my life based on honesty, I want to make up my mind not to lie, then life will start challenging that. If you now make up your mind that I would live my life by focus, by respect, by transparency, life will keep challenging that. But you will have to stay strong and say, these are my guiding principles. I will not break these rules. So you will not break some rules because you need money. You will not break some rules because you need educational qualification. That means you will not participate in examination malpractices because you need that educational qualification. Instead, you will set your life by the guiding rules of sitting down, reading, studying, intellectualizing, attending tutorials. So I'm telling you, parents or business owners, when you give bribes or you sabotage systems, you think you have achieved what you have achieved. Yes, you have the tangible thing, but you didn't have the transformed version. And what is important is not only the paper, the certificate. You need the mind of that person to be transformed. So the transformed mind with the presence of the educational qualification is what can transform society. That is who can become a leader. And that is my goal. And I need you to get it, that the next layer of this discussion is the passions. That's the deep meaning, the sense of purpose, and the sense of fulfillment with which you drive your life. I want to explain to you today with clarity. Your passions decide where you would eventually end up in life. You have to guard your passions and your desires. And now, to make it deeper, your passions define what gives you meaning. It defines what sounds as a sense of purpose and fulfillment to you in life. They will guide you. However, you must guide your passions aright. A lot of times, young minds are energetic, they are passionate about something, but when not properly guided, they get to misdirect their path in life and they go into hooliganism and negative vices, which aren't good. And that is why, as leaders in a society, it's also part of our responsibility to quickly capture or see someone who has some degree of good passion and help them guide that passion right. Now, deep meaning, sense of purpose, fulfillment. Why are we interested in this? We are interested in this because these are intangible values again. They are intangible values that eventually or ultimately decides the greatness a man would be able to bring up in this world. You must get your passions right. You must prioritize the things that are of noble cause and of right values.
University admission has never been this easy with Valdymas College of Advanced and Preliminary Studies. Your dream of a university education can now become a reality. Are you preparing for post-UTME to any university in Nigeria, or you desire to take a fast lane straight to 200 level without writing UTME? Valdymas College of Advanced and Preliminary Studies is the place to be. Our A-level program, JUPEB and IJMB, can secure admission for you into 200 level into any course of your choice at any federal, state or private university in Nigeria. The result has no expiry date. Valdymas College of Advanced and Preliminary Studies guarantees 100% success. Our campus is so 21st century. Our facilities are top-notch. Also, hostels are available within the premises. Valdymas is along Yomek Street, behind Excellence Hall, Pipeline Road, off Tanker Tipper Garage. Telephone 0806 1716 217 or 0705 58890. With Valdymas, your success is guaranteed.
The final point is the leadership capacities you have built. And I'm talking about your capacity for focus, your capacity for resilience, and your capacity for maturity. These are intangible values. Capacity for focus means your ability to maintain your course of event despite all the distractions around you. The world will bring a lot of social distractions. Social, environmental distractions will come. Trust me. But you need high level of focus for you to be able to achieve greatness. Number 2 is resilience. You need high degree of resilience because sometimes or occasionally life will knock you down. You need degree of resilience to be able to come back up and keep fighting. Then the third one is you need a high degree of maturity. You need a high degree of maturity. Maturity is a process, not a place you're going to. So don't get to a point and say, I am matured. It's actually an improvement step. So the higher the degree of your maturity, the better the leadership capacities you've built. And so part of the core of those intangible values I'm talking about is the leadership capacities that you have built over time, which will reflect in your capacity to maintain focus, your capacity for resilience when life knocks you down, and maturity. Let me give an example from the game of soccer. I'm sure we all know what happened in this year's Champions League. We heard about the miracle of Madrid. And you can see Madrid, an underestimated team for this year, eventually made it through, beating 4 important competitors along their path. And of course, of the 4, 3 of them brought about what we call the miracle of Madrid. And why did they call them miracle? They call them miracle because of the degree of resilience in the team. Because at different points, the team were a goal or many goals down. And yet they fought their way back, scoring goals to either equalize and to also beat the team. As a leader, you must be calm. When things don't go your way, that's not the time to start crying, flaring up and down, using negative words. Those are the times to be calm and go into your core and bring out things from your core. I've written exam before that deep in the exam, when the going got tough, I had to ask myself clearly, who are you? And because I had a clarity of identity in me, I know I am success. I know I am greatness. This external exam does not define me. Even if it doesn't go well, I will come back and I will crush it. But to my surprise, even at the end of the first exam, I still succeeded because I had clarity in me. So I am urging you, build capacity for focus, build capacity for resilience, build capacity for maturity. That is what leadership identity is demanding from you. So I urge you, as we continue next week on clarity of identity, don't forget, these are the foundation. Wisdom in your soul, the beliefs in your heart, the core values that drives your life, the passions, and the leadership capacity you have built over time. Thank you so much for listening. I am Dr. Kolawole Joshua. I am from Valdymas College of Advanced and Preliminary Studies, and I'm bringing to you today capacity, leadership, identity. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Valdymas Project Read with Dr. Joshua Kolawole. We invite you to join us on our social media platforms for more inspiring and life-transforming contents. On Instagram at JoyfulJosh2020, Facebook, Valdymas Cap, YouTube at Valdymas Project Read, or you can log on to our website www.valdymasedu.org. This program is powered by Valdymas College of Advanced and Preliminary Studies, Ilorin. For more information, please call or WhatsApp 0806 1716 217 or +168 23 75 0282. Please join us again on this station, same time next week. Be inspired.